When I was a child, a certain wonder planted itself deeply in me. It was as if a mystery was spun into my heart, invited me to come close, to adventure, to dream. A voice whispered from my soul, "You are beautiful, you are brave." As I grew older, it became harder to hear that voice. Eventually, it gave way to a certain emptiness that something was missing. I felt a part of me coming undone, and I couldn't stop it. I tried to ignore it, tried to brush it off, but it wouldn't go away. I smiled and played my part. I wondered if my friends felt what I was feeling. I wondered what they thought of me, and if the person they saw was even me at all. When I looked at myself, I saw a jaded person, lonely, afraid. Is this all that life has to offer? Then I met a YoungLife leader. I'd seen them before. They roamed the halls of my school. Something was different about them. They carried themselves with a confidence, with purpose. Over time, I learned to trust them, and they helped me find meaning in my life. They planted themselves in my mess and believed in me when no one else would. They loved me when I was unlovable and fought for who I could be. They taught me God's unmatched love. This isn't a story of past experience. It's an ongoing adventure filled with laughter, joy, and meaning. It's memories that will remain deep in my heart forever. I wondered if anyone could ever care or notice me. I know now that I am loved, not only by my YoungLife leader, but by the God of the universe, a relationship that changes everything. My life is unfolding, but my story has a new ending. And it isn't just my story. It's our story.
I heard about Young Life when I was at school, and some of my friends were just talking about it, talking about how like the clubs and camps were fun. And then I decided to go, but not only for the clubs and camps, but to just get a good relationship with God. All I remember is everybody going crazy to music. I was like, yeah, I want to go back. The most surprising thing about Young Life is at the camps, like the hundreds of people from like different cities and states, how we all get together and interact and just learn about the life of Jesus. Or just think about how life with Jesus would be. And ever since that night, I just thought to myself, yeah, I want to build a relationship with Jesus. I was raised in church, but I wasn't like actively involved in church. Like I didn't used to go to church every Sunday or anything. When I started going to Young Life, I became actively involved in church. I got baptized. I became a student leader for Young Life. My relationship has grown tremendously with Jesus. I know when I'm going through something, I can just lean back and just get support from him. When I was like 5 years old, my mother and dad divorced. My mother and my grandmother used to be in and out of the hospital. Like my grandmother used to have seizures every day, and I didn't like have nobody to talk to because my dad wouldn't talk to me. My brothers had to raise me. I started like playing basketball and sports because I thought that's like where the fun was at, and that's like how I could show my emotions. When I was in 8th grade, my great-grandmother had passed, and I was heartbroken. We went to the hospital to see her. I just remember staring at her and just tears started rolling down my eyes. But I knew in the back of my head that she was in a better place. So I just pray and continue to pray. When I got involved in Young Life and I came closer to Jesus, He changed me as a whole. God really hears, like he hears your prayers and he will answer them. I'm just really thankful for like all the Young Life leaders and Young Life as a whole for like showing me about Jesus' life and showing me what life is like with Jesus. I'm about to graduate and get my diploma. I didn't like expect to go to college, and I signed a scholarship to Wingate to play basketball. Everything was just planned out. God had a plan for me.